And action in the on-deck circle now as we'll have a pinch hitter here with a runner at third and still nobody out in the inning.
Third baseman, number 16, Billy Bubba.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. He'll enter play here at an even 250. 4 home runs, 9 driven in. Lays off again and it's 2-0. Now the 2-0 home. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
He's set and the 2-1 pitch. Missed with a slider.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Rosario at third with nobody out. And now here's the ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And that'll bring home the runner from third to make this a 2-1 ball game. Robert Yabusa takes over to start the 6th inning.
Well, it's always been festive on Independence Day in the United States, but what makes the party even more fun is winning in front of your home crowd. Makes those fireworks even more enjoyable.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The New York Mets used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Chris Flexen gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. And as we jump into the ball game, we've currently got a runner at second with 1 gone in the inning. Next up from New York, Billy Bubba, first at bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. 3 runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors for the Mets so far. Taken high and deep to right. Judge racing back at the track. Gone! A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Home run number 5 on the year, and that lead is trimmed to 7-5 here.
Yep, this is why you just...
Paul Sewald takes over to start the 6th inning.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next two...
And as we join our ball game here, our situation finds the bases empty with 1 gun in the inning. Next for the Mets, Billy Bubba. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Josh Rutledge. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
Here's Carlos Correa now. Lifetime numbers versus David Robertson. He's totaled 4 hits in 16 tries. He's taken him deep once. He loses him on ball 4. Here's Joey Gallo now, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Now the payoff pitch home. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run. Paul Sewald has been summoned from the bullpen.
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can.
And a welcome to Citi Field, New York's National League ballpark in Flushing, Queens. Today, game 3 of this 4-game. Eduardo Rodriguez is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Mets. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Yeah, Matt, not a real good performance in his last one. Wasn't able to get out of the 4th inning. Was fortunate to come away with a no decision. He's a better pitcher than that, and I think he's expecting a much better performance in this one.
Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Now batting, Billy Bubba. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Billy Bubba.
Has a look, now the pitch. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, they come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Yeah, Matty V, what we're seeing there is a team, D-Row. They're starting to put the gas pedal down right now. They're starting to get some length in this division.
Yeah, this team's playing well. They're playing with confidence. You can tell guys are walking to the plate with a swagger. Their pitchers are taking them out and executing pitches down and away. This is a good ball flow.
Called strike, and he's behind 1-2.
I just think after seeing both those pitches right there, 96, you have to be on the fastball or you're not going to catch up. If you're sitting off speed, that fastball is going to blow right by you.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
He's got him on the ropes at 2-2, but I don't think he'll try to get him out with another curveball. He's seen it already a couple of times, so it's not going to surprise him anymore.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Ready for another chance? Billy Bubba, he'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch coming, here it is. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Snuck that high, hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Fouled off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home fourth. Striding in once again, Billy Bubba. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2. Rutledge leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and no one can get there. They'll try it again. Still 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
The 2-2. A little bouncer. That winds up foul. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is digging in once again. Billy Bubba. He got called out on strikes his last time through. First delivery to him on the way. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Rader is underneath this one as he tucks this one away to retire the side.
Yeah, and the home crowd is loving it as they jumped out in front in the bottom of the 8th, and they did what they had to do in the 9th to seal the deal.
And as we welcome you into the ball game, we find the bases empty, 1 away here in the inning. Into the box now, Billy Bubba, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a 2-seam fastball there, but this is chopped fouled at the plate for strike 1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat this. This is a huge half inning right here. They have to find a way to score a few runs. They do not want to face the closer, needing 3 runs in the 9th. That means game over.
The 1-1 is taken for ball 2. 7 runs, 8 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Ball even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. Harold Bell will be next. Now the 3-2 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. LeMahieu has a play. 2 down. Kenan Middleton enters from the pen.
Excellent work putting the finishing touches on this one, picking up save number 30 now on the year.
This manager looks to get his team's offense producing more consistently.
From the city of Shelby Miller is ready to go as he's on the mound for the Phils. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, one of the things this guy does really well, neutralize the left-handed hitters. On the season, lefties are hitting under 250 against this guy, so whatever he's doing against lefties, it certainly works.
And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
Fuentes is over, and he's got it for the first. So next to the plate for the Phils, Salvador Fuentes, runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel in that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Nick Pivetta. He could be bunting here in order to stay out of the double play. Now, attempt here. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection. Digging in to try it again, Billy Bubba. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. First pitch to the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
2 balls and a strike to count. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Just off the inside part of the plate. It's 3-1. Harold Bell is on deck. The 3-1. Swing and a ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Throw to first in time, one gone here in the fourth. Jacoby Jones the next to hit. His numbers against Eduardo Rodriguez. He's got 5 base hits in 18 at-bats. He also has 1 home run. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Billy Bubba. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. From the stretch. A ball and no strikes.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Landry racing back. Gone! A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 6th home run on the season for him. And the Mets move out to a 2-1 lead.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues.
Billy Bubba will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Three and 1 now, and I think he wanted to know where that one was.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Full count now, 3 and 2. Now the payoff pitch home. Fouled away. Prescott on at first, nobody out. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His second home run of the game as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Yeah, and that home run is an absolute backbreaker. You still have some baseball left to play here. And he puts a bow on this one to end it. How about his 25th save of the season? He's proven to be a solid tool at the back of the bullpen.
And as we join our ball game here, our situation finds the bases empty with 1 gone in the inning.
Third baseman number 16.
At the plate, Billy Bubba, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Grounded back up the middle. Crawford gloves it. And there are 2 away now. Chris Davinsky comes out of the bullpen to shut things.
Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
player receives input from a coach.
Now from the north shore of the Allegheny. Stepping into the box, Billy Bubba. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike one. Skied into straightaway right. Polanco is in his tracks now. One down. Into the box for his first at-bat in this one, Colton Wong. And the confidence might be wavering at the moment. Last 10 or so ball games have been a real struggle for him. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Dan, you have to love it when your defense picks you up right there, keeping him at first base.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Billy Bubba. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big zero in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. Now the 2-0 home. Catches the strike zone as he tried to check his swing. Now the 2-1. Line hard toward right center. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball to the opposite field. Talking about hitting the inside half of the baseball, that's exactly what happened right there. And when we say inside half of the baseball, imagine the ball coming to a complete stop halfway.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made. It's over and digging in, Billy Bubba, a hit in 2 tries so far. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. First pitch of the at-bat. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. Bell, the runner at first with 2 gone. Line towards center field. And that'll get down for a base hit. The relay, not in time, and he's in there with a double. But baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late. And when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his second base knock.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that. Digging in and looking for more, Gregory Polanco. Nothing has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. On the ground to the left side. Bubba ranges to his left. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Billy Bubba, he'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
All right, all you're asking for as an offense is a chance. Well, your leadoff man has certainly done his part. He's gotten on base. You have to start clawing back into this game right now if you're going to find a way.
Feliz has some of the absolute best strikeout stuff in the game today, at least among bullpen arms. His strikeouts per 9 is a number that's usually through the roof.
This guy was tailor-made, Matty V, to be a relief pitcher. He comes out of the bullpen, guns a-blazing, 2 pitches that he can strike you out with, and more importantly, he comes out with an attitude, and that attitude is nasty, and he gets a lot of swings and misses.
And he'll be safe at second base. Good instincts to take off there on what will likely be ruled a passed ball. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Yeah, they need him a little bit earlier in this one when he takes the mound in the 8th and records.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. Clutch hitting has not been a strength for this team, and their manager lets them know it.
MLB Network has baseball coming your way from the home of Michael Pineda gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to watch a guy that's been struggling a little bit lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.40, so he's going to have to cut that down, limit the amount of base runners, limit the amount of walks if he wants to have some success in this one here today.
Next for Milwaukee, James Yeager. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the start. This one, soft liner to the left side. And this will get through into left for a leadoff hit.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problem.
Pitcher number 35, Brent Susan.
1-1-1 attempt here. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice. Digging in now, Billy Bubba. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Nope.
And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. The 1-0 home. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and that evens the count at 1-1. The 1-1 home. And that jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
Seared down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away.
Hey, I'm loving this right now. Classic battle. 5 foul balls in a row. I'd love to see this next one put in play for sake of pace of play, but I love the fact that he's battling.
Count even at 2-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. McClendon is right there, and that's the second out. Digging in now for the Brewers, James Yeager. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeager.
Grounder down the line at third. And there's out number 2. Ready for another shot now, Dexter McClendon. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. The 2-2. Sharply on the ground to the left. And there's his first base hit in this one.
I mean, that has to frustrate the guy on the mound right there. You get him down 0-2.
Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in Billy Bubba. And he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Billy Bubba. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch coming, here it is. Missed with a slider. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. And as Mets fans have heard before, that ball's out of here. Two-run shot to straightaway center. And it's now a 1-run ball game.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, and the home crowd is loving it as they jumped out in front in the bottom of the 8th, and they did what they had to do in the 9th to seal the deal.
A 1-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. The New York Mets came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory.
This coach wants his players ready to rise to the challenge of clutch moments. A skipper appeals to his players to demonstrate some resilience in how they finish a rough season. With the team's chances hanging by a thread, this skipper calls for a last stand. an early winter check-in. The player is not content with the way he's being used. Spring training is about knocking off the rust and getting ready to once again chase a title. A player receives advice about the refining of his game. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A manager checks in with his ball club.
MLB Network has Jamison Taillon, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Laid off as it caught the inside corner. Shimizu, just 24 years of age. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Hey, I think if you ask this guy honestly how his season's gone so far, he'd tell you he's not happy with it. It's been kind of an average year for him, but he has time to get hot and make that salary push.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Adrian Avila, is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Oh, toward third. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Stepping in for the Braves, Michael Franco. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ground ball to third. From his knees, the throw on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3. So here's the cleanup hitter, Billy Bubba, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here comes the first pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
Nimmo at second. Correa at first. 2 out in the inning. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2. The 2-2. Slapped hard the opposite way. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove. And to score, the runner from second. The relay, well, he thought about going for third, and now that runner's in no man's land out there. And he'll try to get back. Ready once again, Billy Bubba. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one just missed outside.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And standing in, Diego Montano. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Montano.
Down the third baseline. And there's a base hit, so maybe some insurance here to lead off the seventh.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night.
Striding in, Michael Franco. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. In the air out to left. Correa over to his right. And that retires the side. And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Billy Bubba.
Billy Bubba.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped him up. Ruiz in foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Albies ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left. He's got to hurry. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves, and they should. Anytime you can come into somebody else's ballpark and sweep a 3-game tilt, you're doing something right. Great team effort.
6-1, the final tally today. The Braves used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Robert Shimizu earned his 5th win of the year. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon. For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 6 runs on 13 hits. 2 errors, they left 15 men on base. For the Mets, 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors.
A player is encouraged to continue to refine a skill essential to his game. This manager is looking to get more production out of his hitters. A player's agent calls to touch base. The player expresses interest in going elsewhere. Elite players become so by continuing to look for ways to refine and improve their skill sets.
And with 2 on the way, it looks like we'll see a pinch hitter in this spot.
Third baseman number 13, Billy Bubba.
High in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
This is one of those classic cases of the right guy at the right spot. They need to get a rally going, and this is maybe their best hitter, so he's the right guy in the right spot for this team right now.
And he will indeed make the play in foul. Zach Britton has been summoned from...
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get...
And we'll jump into our ball game here with the bases empty and 2 gone in the bottom of inning number 3. So stepping in, Billy Bubba. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. And it's fouled away. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
I'll tell you, there was intent behind that pitch. I'm not saying he was trying to hit him, but when you're facing a guy like this, you don't want him to get too comfortable in that batter's box.
The 3-1. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tyler Austin. He comes in 0 for 1 on the day thus far after reaching on an error his first time up. It's down for extra bases, and the Mets have their first hit of the game. And they'll get a little closer here as the run comes across to score from first. That makes it 7-1 now. Rafael Montero answers the call from the pen.
Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely banging the ball around.
A representative calls with big news for his client. He doesn't get the reaction he was hoping for. A recently acquired player meets with his new manager before his debut with his new team. Respecting his irritation with having been traded, the manager exercises diplomacy with his new addition.
It's time for baseball in the Bay Area as we welcome you to the Oakland Coliseum. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series. So here's the Oakland cleanup batter, Billy Bubba, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. These Angels, as they enter play here this afternoon, fellas, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is a classic case of hitting is contagious. They scored a bunch of runs last game, and this team is flying high right now. This is a fight at the bat rack.
And he misses 2-1.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball.
3-1 to him now. The 3-1 pitch. And the sinker runs too low here as he loses him. It's ball 4. Digging in the switch hitter, Kenny Vargas. And you can see his home road splits there. Runners going. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Trout is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Next up for the A's, Bradley Zimmer, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Now a snap move over to first. The tag, and he is safe on a very close play at the bag. Bubba at second with 2 down. Runner goes for third. Hit on the ground out to short. Simeon's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Ready for another chance? Billy Bubba. He drew a walk his first time up. First pitch on its way. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball one. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
Oh, look at the sliding stop. He gathers the throw. Got him. Digging in once again, Billy Bubba. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the seventh.
Billy Bubba.
Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. Riding in once again, Billy Bubba. He's 0 for 2 with a walk thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches and some big...
Oh, and this one's driven the other way and deep to the corner. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out. Ready for another shot now. Billy Bubba has got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. 0-1 the count. The 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Moya coasts under it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Digging in to try it again, Billy Bubba. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Well, he's hoping to be a hero and drive in the winning run, but that swing tells me he's a little too amped up. You don't chase a pitch that badly if you're playing within yourself.
And he has delivered one of the biggest at-bats of the afternoon as he cashes in with a base hit. And it's celebration time as the A's are going to walk off with a win.
Hey, this game looked like it was going to be one of those wild ones right from the beginning. But when you can win this thing in walk-off fashion, what a way to win a ball game. A walk-off win?
So the lineup really helped carry them.